so anybody can talk and I can actually see it. I'm going to be real honest, I already picked up my picture. I really wanted to do this one, and I've been wanting to do this one for a hot minute. I just have to find it again. We did this one another time. I should have marked my page. I didn't, but I should have. There it is. I love the way this looks. My birds have opinions. This is just part of life. They always get just a little bit upset when I start doing my live, because I'm suddenly not paying attention to them specifically. It's just the way it goes. I do kind of feel bad. I always have to go the 3 days with no content. But that's just part of life when you have an actual job that you have to keep for the moment. Well, this will not do. Do we need a nap? No, we don't need a nap. Do we want a cheesecake? Yeah. Do we want a cheesecake? Yes, I talk to my birds like we're children. The type of birds I have are, on the intelligence level, are small children. Yes, I am a huge fan of bribing my pets. It is just the way it's done. That needs sharpened. So I hope everybody had a great weekend. Hi, how are you today? Maybe we will actually get some color on this picture here shortly. Every time I've tried to put the pencil to the paper, that I do not do, but thank you. If you take a look on my channel, there are videos where I do show my face, but that has nothing to do with coloring, so we're not going to do that today. No, I'm not doing mods at this point in time. But thank you for the offer. All we're doing right now is just coloring art from an incredible artist. I'm from the United States. I do live in Kentucky, and that's about as much information on where I live you're going to get. Sorry about that. Let's see. I wish this showed the color of her eyes a little better. I did go with a metallic green. I am in the Eastern time, Central Standard Time. But this video is, on this live, is not so much about my location as it is this actually very incredible artist here. If you notice, if you look through my channel, you'll notice most of the time the focus of my videos is not myself. It's either art, pets, coloring. I'm not monetized. I'm not trying to put myself out there as much as I am showing things that I am grateful to get to do. Let's bring this up so you can actually see it. I don't show my face because it has no bearing on the type of stuff like that. Now, this is not my art. This is hers. I just bought a coloring book that I absolutely love. I do a lot of yard art and things like that. Sometimes the lighting works, sometimes I have to help it a little bit there. I was doing the same thing I still do, which is working retail. But art, YouTube I've been watching for many, many years. Just recently started the art. I will be right back over. We are being handfuls today. They do that a lot, especially on Mondays, because I'm not home as much throughout the weekend. Which is because that is when I work. There we go. Hello, American Aviation. How we doing today? Sorry, I had to hop up for just a second and reason with my birds. They can be a handful, and there's a lot of them. So when they get going, it can be quite loud. Now, if you look through my channel at all earlier today, I did post one of my birds being very happy and very bright and loud and cute, actually. He is a 28-year-old cockatiel. So the fact that he's still up, bopping around and singing makes me very happy. It takes some time to befriend me. You seem very nice. Yes, I do occasionally pop up with it showing my face in my channel. I'm not, like, hiding who I am or anything like that. It's just most things, it's better to point at the art that I'm working on than it is at my old lady face. I'm not ashamed of myself at all. I just would rather focus on the whole point of my channel, which is repairs, restoration, art, and pets. I do appreciate that. And if you're ever looking for, like, in my opinion, the best type of thing to color, I love grayscale coloring books. Because you don't have to sit and try and figure out how to make it shaded the way it should be shaded. You just color the spot and it puts the variation in for you, which I appreciate a great deal. It definitely takes a good while to become my friend. And it's not anything against other people. It's just, it takes time and patience. And there we go. I've decided that this is a birthmark rather than a tattoo. So we're going to just shade it in a little bit so that it just kind of pops out that little bit more once we get the skin tone going. And so far, I'm actually very happy with how she's turning out. I wish I could draw like this, because this woman has some incredible talent. I think I know how. Where did I just put that sharpener? I would not post your phone number on the internet. I would not be the only person to see it, and I cannot promise you that you wouldn't get phone calls from other people, but I can promise you that I would not be calling you. No offense to you, but I don't give my personal number to anyone anywhere unless I've known them for a very long time. And my other number is a business number. I cannot type into my number or into my chat. I try and keep an eye on my chat, and I try to respond to people, but that's not, and if you do post your number, I am very, very sorry, but I would delete it, because you never, never, never want to put your personal information just out there on the web for anybody to grab up. I have in a few situations had to delete people's comments because they put personal information in. It's dangerous. You don't want to do that. You'd be amazed the amount of information people can find on you by your phone number as well. Hello, Travel and Music. This is not my sketch. This is by an amazing artist. It's just a coloring book that I purchased. Hello, Random Cookie. You can comment in my community. You can show up on my video. You can come in and chat with me on my lives, which happen somewhere in the vicinity of 3 o'clock from Monday through Thursday. But I don't do personal contact on the internet. Random, be nice in my chat. He has not been inappropriate. Trust me, I've had my share of that as well. I'm on here definitely always looking to chit-chat with people, but I have a very, very solid relationship that I'm in, and I'm not looking to fill a space there at all. No, I'm not giving you my Instagram ID either. There's a very good chance that I'm probably old enough to be your mom. Because a lot of people that come into my coloring lives are younger. There's nothing wrong with trying to be friends, but you do have to learn when it's time to step back and either hang out and enjoy the coloring, or, see if you can find somebody that is looking to make those kinds of connections. And I do appreciate you guys stepping up, but let's get back on focus. Now, this coloring book, I do not remember where it was purchased. I believe it might have been Amazon, but I do shop quite a bit of other places. No, it is coffee. It's cold here, like really cold here. So I need my nice warm liquid. Also, caffeine is a good thing. I'm not in Canada. They would probably think this was nice, normal, warm weather. Because we started out the day under freezing. Now we're not quite there anymore, but I like my warm weather. I am a summer person. Hello, Marola. How you doing? You do pop up in the chat, and it shows your name and then what you say. I missed you popping in, and I do apologize on that. I'm just adding a little bit of warmth to her. Hello, Male's Tails. How we doing? Oh, definitely. You don't have to be good at something to enjoy it and for it to mean a lot. And you can also practice. Now, my chances of ever getting to where I can draw is very, very slim. I don't have the patience for that kind of practice. But if you start and you keep working at it, and there's actually even channels on here that can help you learn. Thank you. They may not be able to make you an excellent artist, but they can give you tips and tricks to make it easier. I don't have the patience. I also have nerve damage in my hand, so doing like this kind of detail is out of the question for me. That's all right. You guys are really sweet, and I appreciate you very much. Let's give her some eyeshadow. We're going to do a light bit of blue since she's wearing a blue dress. I really do wish that the colors came through properly. Thank you for that. I'm always happy to have new subscribers. There we go. Just go very light here, but give her just a little bit of pink in her face. It is very strange to me how much the detail doesn't come through on my phone. I think I just can't get down there close enough, but this will kind of let you at least see a little bit more. So let's decide what color we want to make this. I am going to have to pop my earbud out for just a second. I've got a hair stuck behind it, so sorry if it's a little bit loud. That is the one big problem with having very, very long hair and very, very curly hair. Let's see. I think I might actually use this on her eyes as well. But I'm actually going to do two things. One, we're going to just lightly outline with this. And do a few little spots in here. I cannot draw worth anything, but I can trace. That is one thing I can definitely do, is I can trace. And I do want to just very, very lightly add a little bit. Boy, that made a difference, didn't it? make it match her eyes. Because I can. I didn't realize how quickly this one's going. Come on. There it goes. Almost forgot her lips. Me and my light are having an argument today. It's just going to go over there because it doesn't want to do its job. Might have to go with a darker shade because this isn't wanting... I don't want to do red. But we can go with a darker pink so that it actually shows. There we go. Getting a little bit better. Hello, Ronaldo. How are we doing today? It is a beautiful drawing. It is not, however, mine. It is from a coloring book. I'm just here to color it, which I very much enjoy doing. I have a couple of this lady's books, and I love them. She's an incredibly artist. That's a little better. Now, I'm being quiet because I'm kind of concentrating. The pens are a lot less forgiving, but they do give a lot more pop to them. So, if you wonder why I'm quiet and not responding in the chat, that is why. Oops. Accidents happen. You can't stress over them too much. It just has a little extra bit of color in there is all. There we go. Now, let's give her some pretty hair. I'm thinking she's a brunette. I kind of end up leaning toward red a little too often, probably. Or blonde. I end up going light colors a lot, too. But, I don't know, I think this one looks like she's a brunette. And if you've heard me talk about why it's amazing to have the grayscale, is how the highlights and lowlights just kind of happen as you color. You don't have to layer colors quite as much, which makes me happy. I am actually proud of how close to on time I was today. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. And I swear I was going for brunette. See, it is. Let's see. Can I get it so you can actually read it? No. But this is actually just old-fashioned light brown. I did not intentionally give her red-toned hair. But it looks like it, doesn't it? Apparently, even my colored pencils have decided I can exclusively do red and auburn hair. It is what it is. I don't hate it, so we're not going to complain. There we go. Yeah, I think that's the right hair color for her. She is someone drawn by this lady right here. That calls it Lilac Magic is the name of this particular picture. You cannot get me. I'm very sorry for that. I do make friends on here that I chit-chat with. Like Marola is one who has been in popped in for quite a few of my lives. No, this is a fantasy coloring book that I purchased quite a while back. But I'm not an artist in that sense. I do paint, I do color, but I don't draw. I trace occasionally, but I don't draw on my own. I think I'd give my eye teeth for this kind of talent, because this lady is incredible. I think I know what I need. Put at least a little bit of a fun play on the name of the piece. You can actually get this book, I want to say it was on Amazon, but you can probably search her name in coloring books and find quite a few. She has a lot out there. I have 2 of them. I want more. We're going to just very lightly, this little mist around her, we're going to give it kind of a lilac color. The boobs have already been done. If you can't kind of back off just a little bit, because we do have children in here, I am going to have to kick you out, though. This is not an adults-only 18-plus video, so please be respectful. Thank you. I'm not a big fan of when people decide to try and take over somebody else's life. So if you're wanting to befriend me, that is a big thing to keep in mind. And every time you pull my attention to the chat with a disrespectful or intrusive comment, it makes me have to stop what I'm doing, and I don't I am not ignoring. I'm trying to get you to understand that you are about one more comment away from being blocked from my page. Sorry about that, guys. I don't like being hard, but sometimes you have to kind of hold your boundaries a little bit. Never let somebody else try to take over your narrative. So once I finish this, I'm going to charge my phone for just a few minutes, and I will be doing a long form. I'm doing progress on another cartoon furniture piece. I'm definitely always happy to see people pop on to see that. The long forms are actually where I got my start. And they still have a very special place in my heart, though I have not had chances to do nearly as many as I would like to of late. I've hit my 30-minute mark, so that always makes me happy. It's the bare minimum that I want to be on my lives. Each thing that I do, I missed that, didn't I? I try to kind of keep within a certain time frame. Like my long forms, I prefer to try and hit like 20 minutes. I try not to hit too much longer than that. My lives have to be at least 30 minutes for me to be happy. And my shorts, I try to hit between 30 seconds and a minute, because that seems to get the most view. But one more little bit here. My favorite way of putting it with sky colors is just almost a suggestion of color. So now I am actually very happy with how this turned out. I am going to go ahead and stop here before I keep messing with it and adding to it. And I will see you guys tomorrow afternoon. And I will talk to you next time.